You spoke, Chief Justice, of the independence of the judiciary. So let me ask you straight up that question, which I'm sure is uppermost in the minds of most people who are sitting here. As Chief Justice, how independent do you think India's judiciary really is? Do you, as Chief Justice, feel you are under pressure when you're giving judgments?
I must tell you this. When you talk of pressure, there are various kinds of pressure. Let me make it very, very clear. I've been a judge now. By the end of this month, I'll be a judge for 23 years. I'm the longest-serving judge in the Indian judiciary. Justice Bobde, Justice Khanvilkar, and I, we were appointed on the same day.
Your father was the longest-serving Chief Justice.
Chief Justice. In my 23 years as a judge of the High Court, as the Chief Justice of the High Court, and as a judge of the Supreme Court, no one, and I hope you will trust me when I say this, no one has told me to decide a case in a particular way. No one. We are so clear in the principles which we follow. I wouldn't even talk to a colleague who is presiding over a case and ask them what's going on in that particular case. We have a cup of coffee every morning, but there are some lines which we draw for ourselves. In the High Courts, we hear appeals against decisions of colleagues because a decision of a single judge in the High Court goes to a division bench of 2 judges. We are sharing lunch, and I'm hearing an appeal against that colleague's judgment. We never share the fact that I'm sitting in judgment over that judge's judgment. That's part of our training. So there's no question if by pressure you meant a sense of pressure from the executive, from the political arm of government, absolutely no. And I hope I'm speaking for the rest of the system as well. But when you talk of pressure in the sense of pressure on the conscience, pressure on your mind, pressure on your intellect, yes, of course, I'll be a hypocrite if I say that, the cases which come up before us don't give rise to a sense of doubt, a sense of searching for the correct solution. Because particularly in the Supreme Court, you have cases which don't command of one particular solution. It's not, 1 + 1 = 2. There's more than one solution to a case which can emerge. And you know that what you are deciding today has wider ramifications for society, not just today, but for the future. So a lot of work that we do in the court is based on how we envision our society should be in the future. And when you are deciding something as crucial as the path which our society should take for the future, obviously the judges are going to be in a sense of introspection, a sense of reflection. I don't think I would call that pressure, but just the search for the truth and the search for the correct solution.